Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, to forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespasses against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. God is the kingdom. God is the power. God is the glory, forever and ever and ever. Ever, 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 and ever, and ever. It's Sunday. It is Sunday. This is Sunday, Sunday morning. Quiet. It's quietness. Quiet. Something has ripped a hole in my meditation tent, my rain tent. Something has ripped a hole in my safety spot. And the message is experience. 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 Qualifications. I'm gonna start off by on this deal here now. I'm a wine drinker. I drink wine. I've been drinking wine a long, long time. I've been drinking wine long time. The thing is that these tariffs have put a hold on the wine that I really love, that I've come accustomed to. That and here's the thing: there's a whole lot of wines out there, just like a lot of whiskeys, a lot of cognacs, a lot of bourbons, a lot of scotch. There's a whole lot of choices out there. Wine, it's a different beast. I mean, a lot of you don't understand. A lot of you do. You know what I'm talking about. Some wines, it could leave a chalky taste. And it certain wines give you different effects, different defects. Certain wines give you different feelings. So basically, I had to start all over again. Trying to figure it out. Try to find a wine that meets my gratification. I tried a few, and with this economy, my wine of choice, man, is I can't afford it. I can't afford the French and the Italy, Spain, I can't afford that wine. I can't, I can't afford it. This is my path to making America great again. You know, if you want to make America great again, look at that. Making America great. California, it's been known for its wine, and this is my thing on this here. I'm not showing this by accident, man. This is a great wine. I mean, this is I don't. I, I prefer Moscato because the women love it. I mean, you can go in a Olive Garden and get you a good Moscato. Now, there's a whole lot of Moscatos out there, just like everything else, but all Moscatos aren't, and it's, I'm picky, I'm choosy. Now I see the corporate. We got baby kittens running around here. Okay, we got baby cats destroying my screen. But anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of Moscatos, and that's my choice. I mean, this is excellent. It has that. It don't have that afterburn. It don't have that tainty. It's for me. This is a damn good wine, man. Some wines leave you. You wake up, your head hurt, you feeling funny, or some wines will leave acid delays in your stomach. Yeah, a good wine. I prefer, and this is my wine right here. That is. I'm gonna let it speak for itself. This is my wine from here and on. Uh, and I think I can put it up there with Italy. uh, Spain has good wine. I could put this right there up there with the top dogs. I mean, this is a good wine, right? I mean, from this day on, I christen you the wine of my choice. That's the spirit. Now, this me finding this wine didn't come overnight. The girl at the liquor store said this is the best wine they had in the house, and she wasn't lying either. I asked, that's how I came to like Moscato. I asked connoisseurs, what's the best wine that you prefer to entertain women with? This they everybody chose Moscato. They said the women like it, so I mean, this is my wine of choice to entertain women. But it's it wasn't easy finding. I had to go through a couple, you know, sleepless nights, a couple of headaches. I mean, this is no MD 2020. this ain't that. But and I want to ask a question: do anybody know what a wino is? I don't see winos anymore. I guess it's perhaps I don't reside around winos. I don't, I when I was young, you would see a whole lot of winos hanging on the corner, drinking wine all day long. That's all they did. I mean, these guys was hustling, boy. They would sit on the corner, boy, all day hustling for that wine. I know this because I had relatives that they got caught up into that. All they did was just hustle that wine, man. They drunk wine all day. MD 2020. A couple of others. I don't want to get into that. I mean, it's good if you want to break out, get drunk, man. But there are a lot of choices. But if you decide you want to entertain, a woman, don't get a drunk, get a tipsy. It's like smoking a joint back in the day. That's based on all the effects you're gonna get. The joint these days, now I wouldn't recommend that. The weed today will have you thinking you walking on the moon. We don't want to do that. We just want to entertain and listen to some Luther. And this would do the job right here. This would take care of it. Every intention you have and with this and Luther, you can't go wrong. Trust me. With this and Luther, you can't go wrong. And look, this is a very interesting part on this wine. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, this is very interesting. Man, a part of the anatomy that I love. You can't make this up. Who designed this? Who did this? Man. Is this a coincidence or what? I didn't notice. I notice it now. Man. But that's interesting. That this bottle of wine that I love happens to have, man, that tells you. That kind of gives you an idea what you are getting into when you get this bottle. And I've tried both, red and white. Man, I love them both. But I mean, it's excellent for entertaining, eating. It's you and white. It goes good with crab legs, man, shrimp. It's excellent. It's excellent. That's why I prefer white with, man. This is strange. This is a strange Sunday morning. I'm seeing newborn cats I'd never seen before. Animals, man, they just approaching me. Just, oh. Ah, but I'm experiencing a magical Sunday morning. Uh, I mean, it's things are happening all around me that just keep throwing me off my game. Especially this, it just keep throwing me off. But anyway, experience. But that it took, you know, experience. It took experience to get to this bottle of wine. You know, and I can say that when you choosing a partner, a mate, be cautious because I mean, there are different kind of people, different flavors, different things, and some that might come and try to make you change. But it's not easy, and I don't recommend just going from one to another until you run up. No, you know, and this the thing, you know. When God, I'm telling you from my experience, when God send you somebody, you will know. Trust me. When the universe send you somebody, because the devil send you them, you know, they'll send them to you all day. They think you know you got a prostitute. You done fell in love with a prostitute, a street figure. Yeah. It's not easy. You know, nothing in life is not easy. If it's worth it, I mean, it's not gonna come easy. Like that good woman or good man, it's not. It's not gonna be easy. I mean, you got to search. You got to be patient. You know, you just can't just go rushing. Oh, just because it looked good. But have a conversation with them. In that conversation, I guarantee you, within the first minute, you'll know. You'll know. And the word and the rhyme word that I want to set behind that, I'm gonna just leave that alone. But you will know. It's not easy. And I'm hearing that from you know, frustration. I hear that from I and guess I'm surrounded by women, and I listen to their conversations. I give up. I just ain't nobody right. You rushing. You run into any Joe flow. just come up on you. You know you're not giving it time to marinate, and they don't ask God for guidance. They just go out here on their own. Just any rapid person, just give them the time. Oh, well, you the only one that ever came up to me. That don't mean God, son. And just like women, you can say whatever. A lot of guys out here, they looking at your pocket too. A lot of guys, they watching your pocket. They really don't want you. They just want what you got. A lot of women find that out. Oh, I'm looking for love. You looking in the wrong place. Just ask God. Ask God, and you will receive. It may not. It might. You know, and it may not come to your far as you looking. I mean, but I can. Your expectations, it might not, you know, you looking for something that you ain't. That's the problem with most people. They looking for something that I mean, you're not even in that same realm. Oh, I'm looking for a rich person. Is you rich? I'm looking for somebody that's making six figures. Do you make that? All of these things you have to ask yourself. You have to, and you looking into somebody. First, you must, you got to look for somebody that you can associate with. Let the relationship become friendly. Somebody that you look forward to long walks, or you somebody that you can't. The minute you get off, you can't wait to get home. To get to that person that's waiting for you, because you understand each other. You're on the same conversation level. Most people get God, he knocked it out. Yeah, but do you talk? Oh, he blew my back out. Or oh man, she rode all night. Yeah, but what kind of interest do you both have? Can you go on a long trip? Take a ride to, 300-mile trip and enjoy each other. Enjoy the conversations. And at the end of the trip, you can, you can still relate with each other. Somebody, because, on these long trips, that's when you find out, that other person going with somebody to go, if somebody get pissed off on these long trips, you got to understand something. That might not be the person for you. But that's a good way to figure out, if you have anything, go on a long trip, car trip, just, and just have that long conversation, talk. That way you can figure out where, because most people these days, they are being built for self-awareness. People now is sitting, they are alone, sitting in the house, and I'm noticing that. People not outside enjoying, outdoors activity. They're in the house doing whatever it is they do, alone. A lot of people. I mean, and at these activities, mostly you're going to see your family. Family gatherings, family activities. But there are a lot of people, self-enjoyment, self-awareness, everything is self. Because I never thought that I would, I'm getting caught up in it. And I'm an outgoing person. I like to hang out at the park, or, these days, but most of my life I work. And life experience, my job gave me that. I mean, you can't read a book on life experience and try to get. That's just like going on YouTube trying to figure out how to fix a flow or something. Yeah, it'll give you direction, but that don't mean you can't do it. You're not experienced enough. You can read a book on anything, but you can't do it if you don't have the experience. Especially when it comes to using your hands, there are certain hacks, certain tools you need. You may not have that tool for what you need to do, and it can be expensive if you don't know what you're doing. And at the end, when you get almost through with it, what you call yourself, and at the end of the day, man, I can't do this. You realize that, reading a book or watching YouTube, if you don't have the experience, you lost. Now you got to call a professional. He don't want to do it. They don't want to go behind you. Now it's expensive. That is very expensive. Doing any kind of work, you have been trying to work on a car or something you don't know. You watching YouTube. Ask some of your friends. I'm quite sure a lot of people done tried to watch YouTube and fix some of. But me, I am. I guess you can consider me a handyman. I a jack of all trades. I mean, but I do it all. I work with my hands all my life. It comes with being poor, broke. Ain't got to figure it out for yourself. But that's life experience. That's experience. You can't, a lot of things, you just can't jump in a vehicle and say, well, I'm going to get out here and experience America, and you don't know where the hell you going. If you haven't put a plan in, you can't do that. You can't read up. Oh, hey, you want to end up lost or somewhere where that's GPS. That GPS will have you somewhere, especially if you heading on a government reservation. Man, GPS is not going to, you're not going to find anything that's involved with the government on GPS. Trust me. If you got to go to a government reservation, you're not going to find a GPS. It's not going to get you there. It's going to, what it's going to do, get you 5 miles from it. And from that 5 miles, you got to figure it out on your own. I'm telling you. I seen that just recently. I'm riding with my niece, and she used the GPS and lost and missing turns, and then I had to come in. I come back in the day when you had to use a map. You had to use a map. Then you had to, keep reinventing that map in your head. You had a whole lot of routes. I mean, the routes, GPS ain't gonna get you through them. GPS gonna get you to a lot of dead ends. But I've come to know a lot of back ways, sneaky ways, back when I was doing the illegal thing, when you had to figure out, you had to know a lot of back roads. Them sneaky routes where you didn't have to deal with the DOT. Trust me. If you illegal, you out there on 2 different logbooks. You don't want to run into DOT. Like them trips from California to New York or Maine to Miami. Them trips like that, man, you better find some back roads. Especially if you got to be there at a certain time. That's experience. A book ain't gonna get you there. YouTube ain't gonna get you there. That's experience. And these generation, boy, they know, they don't think they don't figure it out. They know it all. But they don't realize that 100, 200 years ago, somebody was doing the same thing you did. You got to understand, we are in a deja vu. We really, nothing is new. Nothing. They think they done invented the wheel. The wheel was invented, millions of years ago. Oh, I just sit back and listen to them. I listen to my own, I'm not taking nothing from them. They smarter. They smart. But they don't have the experience, being smart and you can't navigate. Because that book is life. Life is challenging. nature teaches you that. I don't care how smart you are. Life is challenging. Life is what is the odds are against you. You know, you can either be the predator or the prey. It's up to you. You know, it don't matter how smart you are. You know, there are challenges you still gonna face, regardless. Nothing like a good cup of coffee, man. Uh, but yeah. But I'm predicting, man. Once and I can tell you, this has a reasonable price on it for the valuable, man. The price, and you can, I would put this up against any Moscato. That $1,000 bottle, I would put this up against it, man. Now you only see them $1,000 bottles, and I see several of them in Ohio. You don't see nothing like that down here. You don't. Man. But a wine, you know, and that's what we trying to do with Annie Mae's Cafe. You know, get you used to drinking wine. And guess what? Get ready. You see that? See that? Get ready. Baby, you getting on the map. We going together. We going to the moon. We going to Pluto or Jatu.